The great people of Ol Kalou have taken the frustrations of millions of Kenyans and given them a voice. As we stand here, the general election, it is now clear beyond reasonable doubt that none of Ruto'S dirty money, none of his capacity for violence can stand the test of a determined electorate. All power belongs to the people of Kenya, and their will reigns supreme. William Ruto, you have turned Kenya into heaven for wanton theft to raise funds to buy your election. You have turned our country into a playground for goons and death squads to intimidate Kenyans into compliance for your election. Through Ol Kalou, the people of Kenya have given you their reply. Here, but no further. William Ruto, today marks the beginning of your retreat, and it is a journey with only one destination, one term. Yesterday was a tipping point for this country. The residents of Ol Kalou came out in overwhelming numbers to make their voice heard. We owe them our deepest gratitude for their dedication, their commitment, and above all, their resilience. However, we cannot celebrate this outcome without fully addressing the circumstances under which the election took place. The impunity of the government must be named and it must be condemned. Violence was the order of the day. For avoidance of doubt, the violence was perpetrated entirely by the state. Photos and videos of masked armed men terrorizing voters are now in public record. This was Nairobi Sierra, the very death squad responsible for abductions of Gen Zs. The same squad that has been attacking churches across the country. A coordinated attempt to disrupt the counting. Amid the chaos of tear gas and gunfire, they intended to overturn the will of the people. The 2,000 police officers deployed under the pretense of keeping order and preventing violence stood idly by and did nothing to intervene. It was the ordinary people who stood strong. Unarmed and unprotected, they held the line against men with guns and defended their polling stations. We must commend the people of Ol Kalou. They refused to back down in the face of terrible and extreme violence. History will remember their courage. However, this courage came at a devastating cost. It is with profound sorrow that I must inform the people of Kenya that this violence claimed a life. James Muigai of Vehote Village, Kiabaga Ward, was shot and killed by the policemen sent by William Ruto. William Ruto managed to kill 20 people are in hospital with gunshot wounds and head injuries after being attacked with truncheons by the killer police squad sent by William Ruto. I must say that we are shocked that William Ruto sent policemen to kill people, to maim them, be forgiven by our people. These rogue policemen raped our women, elderly women, middle-aged women, and young girls. So far, 68 women have reported to us that they were raped by the hooded thugs sent by William Ruto. Yet they cannot report the attacks to the police because they were raped by the policemen. I want to say, William Ruto, you have crossed the red line. Raping our women is unforgivable, and you shall pay for it. Yes. You shall pay for it. Yes. And as they raped the women, they maimed them, telling them that they must know that William Ruto is the president of Kenya, and they can do whatever they want and nobody will take them anywhere. Given this tragedy, there must be accountability. It would be inexcusable not to call out the people responsible for this. It is important for the people of Kenya to know exactly who the architects of this bloodshed be allowed to continue to hide in the shadows. The killer gangs were authorized by the Minister for Goonism and extrajudicial killing in Kenya. These police units operated in Ol Kalou yesterday. There were 3 groups. One was commanded by Madeira Member of Parliament Eric Wamumbi and his wife Betty Maina, the women rep for Murang'a. The second squad was commanded and taking orders from one Dennis Itubi. The third group was taking orders from Charles Karondo, the board chairman of the Communications Authority. The goons terrorizing the constituencies were coordinated by Nakuru Town East Member of Parliament David Gekaria, Kiambu County Women's Representative Anne Wamuratha, the Nyandarua County Women Representative Faith Getau, Kiambaa Member of Parliament John Kawanjiku, nominated MP Sabina Chege, Bahati Member of Parliament Irene Joki, and Bere North MP Mr. Wamudhende. The financing of all the violence that took place in Ol Kalou was coordinated by Kimani Ichung'wa, who was collecting money from William Ruto and giving the money to the teams on the ground. All of it was done under the express authority of William Ruto, who was giving the money and who okayed the attacks on the population and the raping of women, and with the operational support of Kipchumba Murkomen. So when Murkomen promises an investigation into men wielding weapons that only the police has access to, you ask yourself, how stupid does he think Kenyans are? He wants us to believe automatic rifles paraded openly in a constituency packed with 2,000 police officers went unnoticed by security agencies for over 12 hours. It is insulting that he thinks anyone can believe that. If Murkomen has called for an investigation, he must call for an investigation into his own person, because he is the one who authorized these attacks in Ol Kalou. As we speak, the DCI Ol Kalou arrested our young people, the Gen Zs, on trumped-up charges. The returning officers, the presiding officers, and the clerks did a commendable professional job. The commissioners have proven they cannot be trusted. The people of Ol Kalou have given the template for what must be done. When the people stand resolute, the state cannot change the result. Violence from police and goons cannot change the result. A compromised IBC cannot change the result. However far this administration is willing to go, however dark its schemes, Ol Kalou has proven one thing beyond doubt. They cannot overpower all of us, and they cannot overturn the will of the people. Now, we must now chart the way forward to the next election. I want to admit and acknowledge that I, Rigathi Gachagua, and the people of Mount Kenya are to a huge extent responsible for the mess we are in as a country. We handed this administration nearly half the votes that brought it into power. Our fellow Kenyans, we are sorry. We are keenly aware that we made a fatal mistake, and we are all living with its consequences. That being said, we are committed and working hard to correct that situation. William Ruto came to power with 7.1 million votes across the country. Mount Kenya is working hard to mobilize and deliver at least 7.1 million votes in 2027 on our own, so that we can wash away the sin we imposed on the Republic in its entirety. We are calling to the rest of the country to join us and add to that number to ensure a victory so overwhelming and definitive that it will serve as a message to every future administration. A reminder that ultimately leaders serve at the will of the people of Kenya. As a party, DCP is gearing up for the days to come. History has shown us that Mount Kenya's political direction is determined in a by-election preceding the general election. TNA came into power in 2012 in the Kagema by-election. UDA became the party of choice in 2021 after by-elections in Ruto'S and Kiambaa by-election. DCP has now delivered its first-born member of parliament in Ol Kalou, and DCP today is a party of choice in the mountain. DCP is 1 year old with one member of parliament of Ol Kalou, one MCA in Narok Town Ward, Narok County, one MCA in Kisa East, Kakamega County, and Kariobangi Ward in Nairobi County. We are a national party and it is our intention to field candidates in all 47 counties for gubernatorial, senatorial, National Assembly, and County Assembly seats In accordance with our strategic plan, we have set up a necessary machinery and blueprints to secure a minimum of 20 governors, a minimum of 20 senators, a minimum of 145 members of the National Assembly, and a minimum of 720 members of the County Assembly across the country. To any aspirant considering DCP, come forward today. We give you our word that our nominations will be free, fair, and credible. Part of the popularity of Sammy Douglas Waweru Kamau as the DCP candidate was the credibility of the nominations DCP ran for the Ol Kalou by-election. That standard is not a one-time event. It is our foundation, and we will not lower it. For the avoidance of doubt, this by-election marks the death of UDA in this region. William Ruto knows it, and we are aware he is already scheming. He intends to introduce different colored wheelbarrows to accommodate his allies, who now know they cannot survive with the UDA in the upcoming by-election. But we are watching him. We are aware of a small wheelbarrow coming up in Muranga. We'll announce it and shout about it when it is done. We also know that he intends to introduce small presidential candidates in the mountain to divide the mountain vote. We shall call them out when he unleashes them. These are people who work with him at night and pretend to be against him during the day. As you have seen in Ol Kalou, the people are nobody's fool. There is no leadership vacuum in this region, and there will never be. I am very deliberate. I have a team of young leaders in every county, our 11 counties, that are mentoring. The 2 in this county have delivered. The others will deliver. I want our people to know that I'm one leader who must mentor young leaders and have a succession plan for our community. Never again shall this community find itself in the awkward position we found ourselves in 2022 with no leader who has been mentored. I'm going to mentor many great leaders, prepare them for leadership, so that at any one time the community is aware on the succession matrix in our leadership structure. To every leader, our senators, our members of parliament, I have no words to say thank you. You took your time and your money to come here and campaign for our candidate. I want to say thank you. For the DCP aspirants who became adopters of our polling stations, you camped here for 3 weeks. You withstood bullets and tear gas, and you stood with our party. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. To our chairperson of the eminent persons, the Honorable Minor Commander, thank you, Mzee, for your guidance. Very good. Many a time when these young leaders were developing cold feet, you encouraged them. Many times they were losing their temper, you calmed them. And you guided them that when you are winning, you don't respond to provocation. To our MCAs, thank you. You are a great team. To the people of Ol Kalou, you have made this country proud. You came out in overwhelming numbers despite the chaos. In fact, there was 57% voter turnout. Had William Ruto not brought violence, the voter turnout would have been 75%. The people of Ol Kalou wanted to come out and vote. I want to say thank you that despite the chaos, despite the bullets, despite men in masks trying to take your votes by force, our young men shielded polling stations at gunpoint. Women stood eye to eye with goons and police and did not blink. I want to commend our young people for the role you played yesterday to take care of your parents and the age mates of your parents, to protect your mothers, to protect the old. That is your role in our society. I am very proud of you. Your resolve was so absolute that armed police officers were made to submit to searches. They had no choice but to comply. You stopped police vehicles and searched them. At one police station, you disarmed a police officer and only gave back his gun after he identified himself. That is the spirit. Amen. The people of Ol Kalou, I must say, are the true remnants and the descendants of the Mau Mau. Yes. And I want to say, after what happened yesterday, Nyandarua County, the land of the late J.M. Karaoke, the county that hosts Aberdare Forest, where Field Marshal Dedan Kimathi led the freedom fighters to chase away the British. The true descendants are here. And I have discussed with the elders, and we have come to the conclusion that today, on behalf of the community, I declare Nyandarua County the headquarters of the Itugati movement. Well done, the people of Nyandarua. Well done. Well done, the people of Nyandarua. You have restored the dignity of our people. Our community was worried. People are calling me from Peketoni, from Loitoktok, from Lodiani, from Bant Forest, from Kitale, from Kiambu, from Muranga, from Kirinyaga, from Nyeri, from Nairobi, from Laikipia, from Nakuru, from Embu, from Tharaka-Nithi, from Meru, from Narok, urging me to plead with the people of Ol Kalou to use the opportunity given by God to restore the dignity and the pride of our community. He sent us beans and rice to shame our people. He has sent mattresses. He has sent all manner of things just to shame our people. He has called us names. But the people of Ol Kalou have dignified our community. I want to say thank you to the people of Ol Kalou. What you have done, when the history of our community is written and how its dignity was restored after an assault by William Ruto, the people of Ol Kalou will have a very big chapter in that history. Amen. To Kenyans everywhere, I thank you. From every corner of this country, you reached out. You encouraged us. You reminded us of what is at stake and stood with us through. Over 100,000 of you stayed glued to our resort stream until the final vote was concluded. This victory is not mine. It is not for the people of Ol Kalou. It belongs to the people of Kenya. Let me thank our Deputy Party Leader, Cleophas Malala, who kept Kenyans informed on what is going on through press conferences yesterday. I want to say thank you, Cleo. You are a wonderful deputy, and you stood in for me when I was monitoring what is happening in Wamunyoro. Let me finally say that, because it's important that I say, William Ruto has persecuted our community. He has abused us. He has sacked our sons in the police force and our daughters. He has sacked our sons and daughters in the armed forces. He has sacked our sons and daughters in KRA. He has sent KRA to impoverish our people. He has refused to pay our pending bills. He has demolished our houses in Nairobi. He has declared economic war against the mountain. He has sent Moses Kuria to unleash goons on the people of the mountain. He has declared war on the community. But yesterday he crossed the red line. He crossed the red line. He sent armed policemen to kill our people, killed one and injured 20. He sent armed people to rape our women. He sent armed people to humiliate our people. I want to tell William Ruto, these same people were given the same treatment by the British colonialists. They fought the white colonialists until he left Kenya. These same people you are harassing and intimidating were harassed and persecuted by Daniel Arap Moi for 24 years. And they fought back. I want to promise you, after what you did yesterday, declaring total war on this community, using police and goons, this community will fight you back. And it's a war you cannot win. Nobody has ever won a war against this community. I dare you to try. Finally, I have consulted with elders last night and we have agreed that we have been very tolerant and submissive. Goons have been unleashed against us and we have kept quiet. That will not happen again. We are going to mobilize our young people to protect the community from goons and police. Yes. We mobilize our young people to protect our churches, to protect our leaders, to protect our businesses, yes, to protect our meetings. Goonism will not be allowed again in the mountain. Amen. The right to self-defense is provided in our constitution. And since the state has decided to fight the community using goons, the community will avail its capacity to defend itself. And what? I am giving guidance to the people of Muranga that Betty Minor should not attain 500 votes in the next year's general election. I'm giving guidance to the people of Madeira, where I come from, and I'm a voter. Eric Wamumbi should not get 100 votes. I'm giving guidance to the people of Bahati that Irene Joki must be sent home. I am giving guidance to the people of Kiamba, that little young boy that I assisted to become a member of parliament, who have become a disgrace to the people of Kiamba and the people of Kiambu. John Kawanjiku must be sent home. I am saying that Sabina Chege should never get any elected position within the mountain. I am giving guidance that all these people from Nyandarua who abandoned their constituents and were here bribing people, the MP for Jorok Muchira, the MP for Kinagop Kwenya, the MP for Rigathi Gachagua, the women rep Faith Getau must be sent home. I am asking the community to view Moses Kuria as an outcast in the community. He has caused pain and suffering to the community. He is President William Ruto'S advisor on how to persecute the mountain. He has organized goons to destroy businesses belonging to the mountain people. He has made goonism a culture in the mountain. The people of this mountain will never forgive Moses Kuria. Mwangi Kujori is the chief strategist advising William Ruto on how to persecute the mountain. The people of Laikipia must reject him in total. Amen. And I want to say, not just those I have mentioned, those are the ones who are actively involved in this violence. The one who oversaw the raping of our women. One of the most painful things in our community. When you rape our women, you touch our own nerve. And we can never forgive. Those people will be dealt with. Therefore, mimi nataka nishukuru sana. Mheshimiwa, nataka nikupongeze. Asante sana. You fought a hard fight. Yes, sir. Against a president, a deputy president, 7 cabinet ministers, 16 principal secretaries, 91 members of parliament, a train, 2 boats, 2,000 police officers, mattresses, shoes, goons, 14 billion worth of projects, 1.1 billion in cash, and you became victorious. Wewe ni mtoto wa Mungu. Wewe ni mtoto wa Mungu. And I want now to officially welcome you to the Itungati movement. Thank you. Before your election yesterday we were 18, yes. Now we are 19. Yes. And we are very happy because our team is getting bigger. Please come and join our team. I have no doubt you will never betray our people. I am sure even if William Ruto offered you 100 million, you will not take. I am sure that they elected the best. Yes. And you can never betray the people of Ol Kalou. nataka nikuhimize uanze kufanyia wananchi kazi, uwapende na uwasikize na uwatembelee. Mimi nataka kuuliza wananchi wa Kalau wasisukume hii kijana sana. I know their expectations are very high. This young man will serve for a year or so. He has just come. He didn't have a job. He needs to settle down. Mvumilie kidogo apate nafasi. Hata kwanza anunue suit, aliitwa chokora. They abuse this young man. They called him chokora. The people of Kalau wakasema tunapenda chokora wetu. Wampatie nafasi ya settle down ndio wafanyie kazi. Kwa hivyo nataka niulize kwa heshima, ukuje useme jambo, useme shukrani kwa watu ya Ol Kalou na kwa Wakenya. And I want to thank all those people who gave their financial contributions. Kamau's campaign was funded by well-wishers. As we have no access to public funds, even if we had access to public funds, we are not thieves. We will never steal public funds to invest in an election. All those who contributed money and equipment and t-shirts and caps, those who contributed vehicles for the campaign ya Mheshimiwa Kamau, nataka niseme asante. Hata wale mlipeana pesa kwa hii campaign, mnajua kabisa hii pesa ilitumika vizuri. Not even a cent was diverted. Because fighting 1.1 billion is not a joke. Fighting 14 billion is not a joke. Fighting goons is not a joke. Na wale vijana wetu jana, vijana 10,000 ambayo walilida hii kura na polling station, hawa vijana ninawapenda sana. Hata nitawalika wa Munyoro wakuje niwachinjie. Hawa vijana ni mashujaa wetu. Those are our heroes and we are very proud of them na tunashukuru sana. Wacha tumkaribishe mheshimiwa aseme kitu kidogo.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First of all is to thank God for this momentous occasion. We prayed to God from the beginning. To those who followed my campaign trail, I said that I fasted and prayed and I begged God for a job. And I told him if I get a job to serve the people of Ol Kalou, that I'll do so diligently and to the best of my ability. So this win, all this glory, all goes back to God. Amen. Secondly, I want to thank the people of Ol Kalou. You've shown what you've been told by His Excellency. You withstood all those forms of bribery from government. From morning you'd wake up to be ferried by vehicles, given rice, given beans, given cooking oil, given handouts going to thousands of money per person. People had even abandoned their farms because there was money flowing in our constituency. You withstood all that. And what I'm even more proud of is that yesterday you even withstood tear gas, gunshot bullets, and you protected all those polling stations. The people of Ol Kalou, I owe my presence here to you. You lifted me from dust. Against all odds, I have become the member of parliament of Ol Kalou. Yes. Mbarikiwe sana na nitawafanyia kazi kwa roho yangu yote. I promised you that I may not deliver much, but I promised you that I'll be there when you need me. I will defend the community and my people with my blood and my soul. To His Excellency, the People's Deputy President, yesterday I said when accepting that you are the stone that the builder rejected, and now it has become the cornerstone. Those advisors from the mountain told the president that you'll be forgotten within 2 weeks. Months came, years came. Now we are here. If you want anything to do with the mountain, the only person you can consult is His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua. Yes. The people of the mountain can only listen to His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua because he is the person who is charged by the mountain to lead the people. We want to give you courage. unite all of us. Don't leave any one of us behind. Apart from the few crooks that have decided to work with those who want to kill us, those who are raping our children and our wives and our mothers. But for the rest of the community, we want to urge you on. May God protect you, because we have heard of attempts by this government wanting to take your life away. But our resolve as the people is to protect you. The way the people of Ol Kalou protected the votes yesterday, will protect our party leader, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua.
Yes.
Another voice that has come from Ol Kalou: if you are in the mountain and you want to become a member of parliament, a member of county assembly, even a chairman of the cattle dip, you want to be the governor, you want to be a senator, you must be a member of DCP. There is no shortcut to it. United we shall stand, because we have seen what happened in 2022. And we have declared with all our iota that DCP shall live beyond us. It is not a one-term party. It shall go beyond 2027, 2032, and in the future. This is the party for the mountain, and by extension, all Kenyans will join this party because it has ideals. To all those wishing to vie, I want to have a word with you. One, if you check the nominations of Ol Kalou, if it was all about money, I would not be here. The credibility of the nominations were beyond reproach. Join DCP without fear. Bring on board what you have. Yesterday I was speaking to some of the aspirants, and I told them, if it's finances, use them well. If it is your power to plan, plan efficiently and effectively. If it is the power of the mouth, if you can talk well, talk well. Go to the people, because the people shall decide. Yes. There is no one who will be helped by the party. You go to the people vote, and the best candidate is awarded the certificate. So I wish you all those that joined and helped us during this campaign, we want to thank you. Our numbers is what won us the victory. We were so many on the ground, and that's why we had this win. I want to encourage every one of us. Let us visit these constituencies, join hands with the rest of our people, encourage each other, because this struggle, I would not have done it with the senator and Wanjiku Wamuhia. And that brave young man called Senator Medho, the future of Nyandarua. And today I want to, on his behalf and the people of Nyandarua, receive that honor that you have been given by His Excellency, that we are the headquarters of Itugati. Hip hip, hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. Thank you. As I finish, His Excellency, the young man that has been said here, James is a man that I've known from childhood. He hails from Mombi area. Most of the time you'll find him in Captain. 10 or 15 minutes before, we had chased those wounded thugs, and we left the police station and went to another area. He told me with his own words, little did I know that it would come to pass. He said that he will safeguard all the votes, even if it means his life. A few moments later, I was called by the person in charge we had placed in charge of the police station. And he told us that one of the guys had been wounded, just to confirm it is him. Few hours later, we confirmed that his life had gone. Rest in peace, comrade. You put in a brave fight. You are there to protect the community and the votes of your people. Your bravery will never be forgotten. As we lay you to rest, probably next week, we want to put a very strong voice to this government. The uniformed policemen.
New Pepsodent Herbal, introducing a unique combination of natural ingredients with herbal extracts, salt and mint.
Is that they had orders from other quarters, because whenever those wounded thugs would approach, they never acted. They would even have access to polling stations. At St. Joseph, it took brave young men and women to pull them out. They were even firing at close range, at AC, at Mombi, at Simba. In Nyandundo, it is women who disarmed one of the thugs. We want to tell this government, we are not going the Haiti way. We love this country very much. But if that's what you want, we will take you and deport you to Haiti and leave Kenya for us. Kenya is a peaceful nation. We want it to remain as such. So I want to kindly request, with the permission of His Excellency, we honor that young man that died by giving him a minute of silence. Thank you and God bless you all.
No. Hii kijana ameanza kazi. I'm very encouraged. Anasema hii akina Kasongo akina Mungumen waende Haiti. Wawache sisi hapa. Let me also take this opportunity to thank the media for the great role you have played in highlighting the excesses in Ol Kalou in matters bribery.